My favorite part about the new year is pairing up new geckos and looking forward to seeing what they produce. Now this group is very, very special to me. This is my Majin Buu group, and Majin Buu is a salmon colored base tangerine animal. This is one of his girls. She's a lavender drippy pinstripe. The reason why I like this group so much is because that base color is unlike anything that I have. It's very, very light and it's very, very bright, especially when it comes to that tangerine coloration on the dorsal. And I also have them paired with one lavender Lilly White female. Now, if you look on the Lilly Whites, they truly have a lavender color where it looks almost purple. And this girl here, she's gonna have a ton of white pattern and white drippiness that's gonna be passed down to this guy here. I'm trying to see how good the tangerine passes down when you pair it up to white animals and when you pair it up to Lilly Whites, because I have hatched Lilly Whites that have, you know, crazy tangerine coloration, and then I've hatched some that don't pass it on. So it might be like an incomplete dominant thing, I'm not very sure. But as you can see with Majin Buu here, what I really like about him is that base color that he has. The base color is so light, it's a hypo red, so it's not gonna get any darker than that. This is as fired up as he gets. When I'm gonna pair him up to this girl, they should produce more hypo tangerine red pinstripes. So this is a group that I'm really, really excited for. I think that the future of, you know, crested geckos is within the colors and really trying to refine the coloration of these guys. That's why I'm trying to work a lot with the tangerines and the really bright hypo colors like this guy here. And of course, Lilly Whites are never gonna get old. They're my favorite morph ever. So this is why I have a Lilly White female with him. But this group is really exciting. I think they're gonna produce some killer babies, and I'm excited to see what the future holds and what I can hold back from these guys and start to you know, mix and match with my other lines. Guys, if you love crested geckos like I do and you want to support the channel, feel free to go to the link below and pick up one of these crested gecko shorts. Now, this is Tang. This is the father to Majin Buu. And the reason why I love this gecko so much is because he has a hyper tangerine base color. This is like a true creamsicle. Maybe if this was a little bit wider, it'd be more of like a classic creamsicle look. The base color on this gecko is unlike any other gecko I have, and frankly, I've never seen a gecko that has this base color before. Now, this is Majin Buu's mom, and as you can see, she is also a hypo, a red and cream hypo. Now, that hypo coloration basically cleans the dark pigment from this gecko, and it makes it look, you know, very, very light and gives it that clean color. Now, this guy here is actually a het empty bag. So I've produced a lot of het empty bags from this guy here. I still have to do a couple more experiments, but I thought it was really interesting to see the different variations that empty bags can come in, because I've seen empty bags that are completely covered with cream that look nothing like an empty bag, but they prove out to be empty bags because of what they're producing. Now, this other female that I have here is another really, really like light hypo lavender base color female. She's very unique as well. I produced this girl a couple years back, and as you can see, she is also very drippy. She has drips coming down her dorsal and her lateral markings. The interesting thing about her is that she almost fires up kind of like with a bluish tint. So this group is basically to produce really nice, unique hypo geckos with a you know, with a lot of pattern when it comes to this girl. And with this girl, I just want to basically produce more Majin Buu-like kids. You could see that Majin Buu got his tangerine from this male here. When I put these guys side by side, you could see the difference between the white dorsal and the tangerine dorsal. Now this girl here, she is more of a mix of white and orange pattern. The tangerine really pops through with this guy here. This is, again, Tang is one of my, you know, favorite geckos in my collection because I just think he's so unique. I always love the colored geckos that he produces. So Tang and this girl here, what I'm trying to do is pass down Tang's color with this girl's pattern. Even though this girl has amazing color as well with that lavender base, I like Tang's pattern a lot more, and the hypo typically does well with the hypos. This girl here, what I'm trying to do is make more Majin Buu like offspring. So those really salmon, pink base colors with a tangerine dorsal and lateral pattern. That's what I'm trying to do with these two here. So it is no secret that the cappuccinos have exploded in popularity recently. So of course I had to get one for myself to breed to my Lilly White girls and make Frappuccinos. Those are going to be probably one of the most sought after geckos in 2023. So I had to set up a group with my Cappuccino male that I have here and some Lilly White females, which in combination they will make Cappuccino Lilly Whites, which are called Frappuccinos. Now, the cappuccino gene, as you can see, it almost enhances melanin. That's what I've been saying. That's what it looks like to me. And if you look at the orange pattern on these guys, it starts to fade a little bit and it gives it a little bit of a burnt look towards the bottom there. And I think that's a really, really cool look, especially when you're gonna start to mix these with really dark geckos, or when you start to put them with the Lilly Whites, because it creates that crazy, you know, creamy gecko. Now, I want to show you the girls that I have with this cappuccino male, which I called Pac. And this is one of the girls. This is a frost daughter, and she is very, very high expression, super high coverage Lilly White girl. She has a bunch of white markings, that highlighter yellow tint that the Lilly Whites tend to get. You see, she has some on her sides here, on her belly as well. Very, very pretty gecko. I love this girl. I have another girl here, another frost daughter. This girl is more of like an extreme harlequin, also a very high expression gecko. This girl is more like a lot of pattern, a lot of extreme harlequin pattern that's coming up. And of course, the Lilly White pattern is, you know, attaching itself to that, and it's almost full coverage. So obviously, the idea with these two girls is to produce super high coverage Frappuccinos. That's what I want, with high pinning. And I put this yellow Lilly White female with the cappuccino here because I think that there's been a lot of cool geckos produced in Korea, from yellow cappuccinos or red cappuccinos to, you know, yellow Lilly Whites or red Lilly Whites. And this is what I want to do with this girl here. She has obviously that yellowish, like mustard color base. And there's one more girl here. He has 4 girls. And that last girl is more of a pinstripe, to make more of that classic pinstripe look with the cappuccinos. This girl also has, you know, very nice head structure and just that clean pinstripe Lilly White look where the laterals are fully horizontal there. But this group is gonna make some amazing Frappuccinos. I can't wait to see what they produce. All right, so this next group here is based on my male Prodigy. This is one of my favorite males I produced a couple years back. This guy is a white wall drippy Harlequin pinstripe. As you can see, it's that classic white wall look I have in a lot of my geckos that I really love. And I gave him a little bit of a variety of different chicks. And I gave him a little bit of variety of different girls here. So this girl here, she has that upper lateral pattern that I like, with the white walling on the sides. She is not as bright cream as he is, but that's why I put him with her, so he could kind of like lift that color up a little bit more. She's also not very dark. Probably my least favorite out of these girls here, but now I'm gonna show you the other ones. This girl here, she is an empty back red drippy female. She's a little older, so her color has faded quite a bit. Regardless, I'm trying to produce some really nice high white wall or white out red with some pinstriping and creamy goodness. Now, the last girl that I have here is probably my favorite out of this group, and the reason being because she is very, very high white. She is going to produce really high white, snowflakey colored geckos with my boy Prodigy here, and this is that girl. If some of you guys that may have been around for a while, you may remember a gecko called Gridlock. This is actually a Gridlock daughter, and you can see she has a lot of white pattern, a lot of snowflaking, that really nice cream. She really gets really, really dark as well, so they're gonna make some babies with really nice contrast. But you could see why I put these guys together. I mean, the drippiness that's gonna come from these two and just the white pattern on these is exceptional, and that's why I'm putting them together to produce more high-end crested geckos that look just like this. So the last group of crested geckos that I'm going to show you guys today is frankly my favorite Lilly White I have, and this is Frost. A lot of you may already know Frost, but I wanted to show you the females that I have with him this year. So this girl here, she is a classic whiteout female. Not very much pattern, but that whiteout, and she is a possible soft scale. This girl came directly from AC, so she's gonna be a first-time breeder here. And then I have some other really nice Harlequin pinstripe girls with him. This is an extreme Harlequin pinstripe girl that I have with Frost. He actually has a bunch of ladies. This is a red Harlequin, obviously not fired up and pretty old, so they start to fade away quite a bit. Another girl here. This is a extreme Harlequin pinstripe as well. And the reason why I like the extreme Harlequin pinstripes with Frost is because they attach that Lilly White pattern very well. This is another girl that he has. This man is like the Andrew Tate of Crested Geckos with all his females here. This girl is actually really creamy. She has a really nice solid dorsal. And then the man himself, Frost right here, my favorite Lilly White in my collection. He actually just shed, as you can see here. He has some shed on his toes. And this guy has just extreme coloration all around his body. He has that thick, like, Lilly White pattern. Like, for whatever reason, it looks fluffy. It looks like it's thicker than these geckos. When you put like this soft scale next to him, you could really see the difference in texture of the sides here. It's just pretty crazy what the Lilly White does to a bunch of different, traits. Frost, with all his girls, he's gonna produce some really high expression Lilly Whites. And this girl here, he'll hopefully produce some like really nice soft scale Lilly Whites with her, but the soft scales are a little bit harder to tell. My God, he's like one of my favorite geckos, and he's nice and fired up right here. He has a really bright orange head, great crests, just everything you want in a Lilly White right here. All right, guys, that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like our content, make sure you follow us on all our other social media. And if you want to watch more videos, click right here.